Alright, this is a 1996 Chrysler Cirrus. It's been sitting here for quite some time because the timing belt blew and took out the engine about a decade. And most people try to test these out on regular ass lug nuts, but look at these. These are rusted shut, as are these too. And I'm going to test out the Seesii WH710 to see if this will bust it loose. According to Torque Test Channel, this thing has like a maximum torque of 470 foot-pounds. Is this in reverse? Yep. All right. Let me just get myself on there. I don't need my dominant hand to take this. All right, and here we go. There it goes. That was no problem for the Seesii whatsoever. All right. Let's take it all the way off. There we go. That one's done. And now we're going to be torquing this down for about 1 second, which should be, again, according to Torque Test Channel, 100 foot-pounds, give or take. But it doesn't really matter. This car doesn't go anywhere. In. All right, and that should do it. Socket weld. All right. And this one over here, these are all 19s, and these two are 18s. So let's fuck it. Let's do all the 19s first. All right, get this on there. All right. That's forward. Reverse. All right. Number 19, number 2. Wow, that was hard, but that's not coming off, though. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. The Seesii doesn't like being demotivated, for sure. All right, same deal with this one. Forward. Oh, it's chewing that up. Look at that. That's fucking got some snot behind it. All right. Forward. All right. There we go. And now to the last, unless this is an 18, the one below it. Okay. That's sloppy. That's an 18. This is the last 19. All right. All right. All right. On reverse. All right. Let's do this, hopefully, in all in one take. There it goes. She got them. Not all 5 lug nuts, though. I'm just going to go forward all around. And then. All right. Now, the last one's socket weld again. Hold on. There we go. That doesn't matter. I got another one here. Let's try. There we go. Yeah, the Seesii doesn't really come with like real impact sockets. You can see them here. Whereas the E-Work I got, which wasn't strong enough to take these off though, this one looks like a real impact socket. However, it doesn't come with an 18. The Seesii does. Let's see how the Seesii's 18 does. Just get this all lined up. There we go. Forward. All right, reverse. And then fire. Okay, it looks like it doesn't like this 18 over here very much. What about this one over here? I guess not. Those must be fastened on there. Oh well, at least you got to see that. I'm going to see if I can get these off otherwise. Bye-bye. Alright, I finally got this off after some back and forth rocking with the impact gun. I'm going to show you that I loosened it, but I torqued it down too, so... Oh, hold on. Wow, those are on there good. Alright, let me just put this one back on. Come on. There you go. Back to forward. All right. And then, all right. And now the other one. See if this will come off any easier. These ones are really giving you a hard time, but nevertheless. I didn't record it. Well, nevertheless, let's just put it back on. All right. All right. And that's that. Maybe I'll record the other wheel if that goes a little bit better. But man, this is hot. This is really hot. Let's see the damage that this socket took. That's the front of it. Looks okay. That's the back part of it. Oh yeah, that definitely got some punch into it. Wow, this is hot. All right. I'll try wheel number 2, see if that works any better. Bye-bye. All right, here we go again. These are all 19s. This one's an 18, but this 18 socket is still hot to the touch. It doesn't feel like an impact socket. That's probably why I gave you such a hard time. But this 19 impact socket over here should, there we go, reverse, should make quick work of these. So let me just get myself on there. All right, and, oh, that was easy. Forward. And then, all right, the other one. That was easy. All right, socket weld again. Hit it. There it goes. Back on here. Oh, wrong button. Okay, reverse. Let's try third one. It came right off. Put this on here because I don't like trying to take the bolts off completely to work on the next one. Better do that one by hand. I thread the other one on with the gun, so if it gave me any resistance, of course, I would have done it by hand because that means it's cross-threading. And then, all right, now the last of the 19s. Look at that, comes right off. I bet this 18 is going to give us a hard time. Come on, off. Let's thread this on by hand. And we're going to tighten it on like normally. Come on. Get on there. There we go. Then, all right. And now the 18. Yeah, this impact socket didn't get hot at all. This one's still warm to the touch. All right, let's see if this 18 is going to give us a hard time too. That's forward now. That's reverse. All right. Show us what you're made of. Oh, all right. That was nothing compared to those over there. Well, same as the wheels before. Forward, and then impact it on. There we go. That's wheel number 2. Bye-bye. Wheel number 4. All of these are 19s, and I'm going to give this 18 over here a chance to cool down because it's still kind of warm. This should be no problem for the Seesii, but I'll probably jinx it. All right. Look at that, right off. Take the bolt, put it back on if it wants to come off. And then, all right, that should be enough. Socket weld again. Ah. All right, reverse. Forward. All right, that's probably tight enough when it starts chipping like that. That was number 2. We're gonna do with number 3. You're supposed to do these in a star pattern, but this car is a piece of junk anyway, so who really cares, right? It's not going anywhere. If anywhere, it's gonna go on the back of a wrecker, but look at that. Now it's starting to work. Now it broke itself in. These guns probably need exercise, so to speak, to start working better. Like when they're just sitting around doing nothing, they probably don't work. All right. All right. Once it does that, means it's tight. I don't like this part, though. But what can you do? Reverse again. Let's move this socket out of my way so I can get a better anchorage point. All right. That one was on there. Come on. All right, same deal as before. Screw it on there. Forward. Then, all right, that's on there. And now the last one. Gotta put this on there again. Yeah, you can't really see in the video, but it was going reverse. It looked like it was going in forward. But, all right. All right. And the last one. Yeah, there's a anti-seize on this, but it didn't seem like it helped it much at all. The other ones are completely fucking seized on there. I'm not going to do this by hand. I forgot I got this tool. And then, all right, that's on there. All right. All right, time for the last wheel. See you shortly. All right, today's my lucky day. All of these are 19s, and look how rusted those look. This is probably going to be the Seesii's ultimate test, but those bolts back there are probably its ultimate test. Then again, it was a chrome socket that it was working with, and this weighs nothing compared to the 19 on that one. All right, back on there, same deal as before. Don't need to take them all the way off, just to break them loose. Oh, wait, wrong way. That was dumb. Look at that. Now I can just put that right back on. All right. This shit again. Maybe now I can do a proper star pattern if it wants to go on. That's forward. Reverse. All right. Next one. All right. That's on there still. And then... All right. All right. Skip to this one over here. Yeah, lug nuts really aren't anything this can't handle, but these are rusted on there, so I guess it's decent enough challenge. And then this one. That came right off. Nope, not a problem. And the last one. All right, that should be torqued about 100 foot-pounds, give or take. It's torqued enough to put that on there. I'll just do it anyway. So that one's good. That one's good. Just gotta bust it loose. That one had a little bit more to go. Socket welded, but that's got it right there. All right, this one. That was good, but again, socket weld. Give it a little bit of a dance. It's going to come off eventually. There it goes, there it goes. And the last one. All right. Socket weld again. It's going to be easier if I just do it like this then. There we go. Came right off. All right, and there it is. Seesii WH710. The budget bruiser, only $87 from Amazon with a coupon and a discount. Not bad at all. 470 foot-pounds of torque, 15 seconds in reverse. You know, whatever that means, you know. I guess that's the max it can handle, and then it won't do much more than that. It's rated for more. It doesn't really right here, but you can't really trust the Amazon people, to be honest, these Chinese sellers. But yes, maybe by using it, it broke its anvil in. All right. That's all. Bye-bye. Bonus video. A video with the eWork RB819. Oh, 809, excuse me. Like about 5.5 inches in length, not including the socket. And it's a fraction of the Seesii's length. Look at that. And I'm going to be doing a test with this one now that it's been busted loose. This wasn't able to do it. Then again, it's rated much lower. So let's see, just these two bolts. All right, we're going to do the 19 and the 18. Wow. It can't break loose whatever the Seesii tightened. Let's see if I can go a little bit better. There it goes. It really takes its time to bust anything loose, but it'll do it. This is very helpful when you're in tight spots. And I bet whatever this tightens, the Seesii will be able to bust loose like it's nothing. All right. On there. And then we got to give it about like 3 seconds. All right. Because this is a much weaker gun, but also much smaller. And being able to get into tighter spaces is important. No sense in having a powerful gun if it doesn't want to go anywhere. All right. All right. And then this one. These two. Sorry.